Hey, how you guys doing? Good evening. This is your favorite eagle with you for another episode of the Persian Gulf, and today we're going to be covering, which technically covering every episode, is how to use the air-to-ground radar and the JDAMs. Just reset the view here. Okay, there we go. Oops, boy. All right. There you go. Yep, as you can tell, we spawned in already at the Al Khamenei, so let me just quickly show you what we're going to be planning for today. We're going to continue pretty much what we did yesterday, so we're going to be taking off from here, and we're going to be flying to that campsite, which is located 20 miles out, 094 heading. 092 magnetic. So that should take us probably no longer than a good 5-minute flight, probably like a good 5-7 minutes, right? We're gonna climb to approximately Angel 1920, stay below the clouds so we can target the site here. Because the site is not designated as a waypoint, I'm just gonna click the Alt and the left mouse button so we can add that as a custom waypoint and target into our UFC. Okay, so just without further ado, let me just double check something. Okay, without further ado, let's get started. We are today in our F-15. There it is. You might see a difference in the graphics a little bit, as I have fine-tuned it a little bit on the reshade settings, so I'll be happy to share if you're interested. But I think this actually looks great, and it looks very, very realistic, especially on the color tone and the tint, and that brightness and bloom. So, all right, let's jump into the cockpit. Let's get started. The AC. There you go. Got the light. That's 18%. Right throttle idle.
Warning, AMAD, fire. Warning, AMAD, fire. Warning, engine, fire, left. Warning, engine, fire, left. Warning, engine, fire, right. Warning, engine, fire, right. Low altitude, low altitude.
Perfect. There you go. Let's close the canopy. Okay. Arm the seat and start our number 1.
Warning, AMAD, fire.
Another AMAD
Warning,
test.
AMAD, fire. Warning, engine, fire, left. Warning, engine, fire, left. Warning, engine, fire, right. Warning, engine, fire, right. AB burn through, left. AB burn through, left. AB burn through, right. AB burn through, right.
Volume knobs, the radio. Another
Warning,
test.
AMAD, fire.
That's the 26%.
Warning, AMAD, fire. Warning, engine, fire, left. Warning, engine, fire, left. Warning, engine, fire, right. Warning, engine, fire, right. AB burn through, left. AB burn through, left. AB burn through, right. AB burn through, right.
Here looks everything good. Let's turn on the springs. There you go. Okay. and let's program the usual air-to-air, the T-pod right here, and on the air-to-ground T-pod. Here we got the, by the way, let's just remove the wheel chocks.
Chief, remove the wheel chocks.
Parking brake. Alright. So we got the air-to-ground, the twos,
Wheel chocks are now removed.
and the smart weapons. On the air-to-ground mode, we want to use the smart weapons. And on the air-to-air mode, we want to use the twos. Right. Then right here, let me just move that stick. We want to have the packs page, twos, and the HSI, actually the TSD. And so we'll choose the air to ground mode and show the twos. Once we select the air to ground mode, we want to see the twos here, so we can see any incoming threats on the radar. Alright, now let's set up the packs page. So we're carrying today, I think, 6 GBU 31s type 3. These are penetrators. You can see right here. 1 GBU 31, 2, 2, and 1. So we got 6 in total GBUs. There you go. We're gonna select them. We're gonna do an auto step for each station, and we're gonna go with tail on the fuse because they're penetrators, right? So we want them to actually penetrate. And the reason we chose the Type 3, which are the penetrators, they have the BLU 109 warhead because we're attacking a campsite and we're inside a mountain. So most likely we'll need to penetrate some ground or some hard surfaces, and so that is the reason why we chose these ones, right? The Type 3 ones. Okay. The packs page set up. Next, let's uncage the standby altitude indicator, set our altimeter to 3000, and we'll set a bingo fuel at 4,000 pounds to give us the warning. Turn on that. Now, we've got to set up the custom waypoint, right? So on the UFC, we're going to go right here. We're going to, so this waypoint, the airport waypoint is waypoint 9, and we're only 20 miles out from waypoint 9, so it's the closest point. So I'm going to designate it as 9 Bravo. It's 9 decimal, and then shift number 3, which is for the Bravo, right here. Now we have to set in the coordinates. Let me do the lat shift, and then November. Then we got 2535 612. There you go. And for the longitude, we got shift 6, which is for the echo. 0. Start with a 0 in here in the Middle East. 56 20 060. All right. There you go. For the elevation, we're at 230 feet. There you go. And we're set. So pretty much we're set for this waypoint. Okay. Designate a specific program or undesignated. All right. So I'm gonna set it right away, so we know that as soon as we take off, we're gonna go towards 9 Bravo, towards that waypoint right here. And on the HUD, which the HUD is not turned on yet, but it will show the direction that we need to go. Talking about the HUD, let's actually set up the rest of the instruments. So we got the anti-collision lights, TF radar can go to standby radar, altitude standby radar, align on the INS, and nav FLIR, I mean, we can keep it off for now. That's it. Coordinates, while the INS is being aligned, and you can see by the GC null taxi, we can go to our TACAN and just keep it on. FF. We are in program 4, and it can show how many bars you can scan, so I can actually increase it to 4 bars when we IFF the enemy. What else? The UFC is pretty much set up. The only thing what I'd like to turn on, so if I click that data, as you can see, there you go. If I click data, I want to turn on the ASL. Not just because right now on the HUD we have the AGL, the above ground level altitude. I want to see the altitude above the sea level, and that is super important, especially for that mission if we're around the mountains. Okay, so there you go, and the true airspeed shown on the HUD as well. Our INS is aligned, so let's switch to nav, and we can move back our stick. Let's switch to the Wizzo seat quickly and just turn on some of these screens. There you go. Arm the seat for the Wizzo. ICS. All the countermeasures. Radar. And on the semi mode. Okay. We don't have to. We're not going to be spending on the Wizzo seat anytime. So I did it as a habit, just turning on the screens. But if we were in the Wizzo, well, he would set it up, right? So. All right, that's the Wizzo seat. And it was armed, right? Yes. Okay, everything looks good. I think we're ready for taxi. So let me just switch all the screens. Reduce that contrast a little bit. There you go. Okay. And we're gonna have the TSD right here. Some of that brightness. Okay. Cockpit is locked. Flaps going down. Taxi lights. Moving the parking brakes. And let's start taxiing. If I'm not mistaken, we have to taxi to runway 35. Okay. Brake check.
Request takeoff.
It's a hot summer day. Super bright. Three 4 is our runway. Gonna turn on the radar. We're gonna have to backtrack a little bit here. I'm gonna taxi on the cold side of the runway, which is on the right side for me. The reason it's called the cold side because if we have an inbound incoming jet coming in for landing, he's gonna take the left side, so we're giving them some distance apart so they can land on the left side, which is which you call the hot side, right? Or if I have a wingman as well, so the wingman can be on the left side on the hot side. Yeah, so my track IR is not aligned for some. All right, okay. just do a pre-takeoff checklist, so we know that the cockpit is locked. We got the seat armed, flaps and geared 3 green. Set the trim for takeoff.
Yaw rate.
There you go.
Yaw rate.
Oh, no, nothing's illuminated, pretty much. Right, you can test the lights are working, beautiful. And we're pretty much set. Switch to the conformal tanks, see how much fuel we got at the conformal tanks. So when it comes to air threats, we got 2 sharks. I can't quite remember what a shark is. I think it's the MiG-23. No, it's 2 sharks at 7,000. Alright, well, eventually we'll have to take care of them, right? But they're 55 miles out, so they're pretty far. I'm not too worried about them right now. Our beautiful jet taxiing. All right, and I think we can turn right here and line up. Nice. Hot summer day in Iran. They're very hot. Alright, so we're gonna turn here and actually pull the AC down a little bit. There you go. Okay, we're all lined up. Okay. Just making sure everything's set as it should be. Perfect. Gonna hold the brakes for 80% on spooling the engines. And gonna let go of brakes and pull the stick halfway. Flips up, gear up. Down on the trim here, down on the nose. The F-15 loves bringing its nose up right after takeoff. Okay, and just about 1,000. We're gonna turn right to 096 towards our heading, and we're gonna keep that nice 20-degree climb, and get off the afterburners and trying to keep that 350 knots climb. Okay. All right, beautiful. Alright, master switch is on, weapons are hot, radar is on. I'm gonna turn off the anti-collision lights. Don't see any air threats, so let's switch to the air-to-ground mode. Let's turn on the T-pod. There you go. And we're gonna do is we want automatically... so, you know what, let me actually show you the air-to-ground mode quickly. Right? I'm gonna switch here to the air-to-ground. There you go. I'm gonna take command of the left MCD with the castle switch to the left hold. And let's set the waypoint so it's 9.shift3, which is Bravo. So 9.Bravo is the custom waypoint, and here it is. And that bright, it's really bright. Our cursor is already automatically on the waypoint. We can move the cursor, but we want to PDC press. Oh, we're in the blind zone, so we got to be at least 20 degrees from the target. There you go. Let me capture that. A half-mile radius. You can see it takes 11 seconds to populate the map. In the meantime, I'm trying to fly slow here, not too high. I know we don't have many threats. There's no SAMs. Alright, so this is the initial picture. Let's I do see something here. What I can do is I can turn down the, let me freeze the screen. Close the screen and I can move my gain level, and I do see some dots here. So what I want to do is I want to again focus on this. Let the map populate 3 seconds. I'm gonna turn on the autopilot for a second. There you go, hold altitude. Alright. Okay. And what I want to do is using the PP7 is so I see something here. Something's coming off the radar. Can increase the gain, and also 3 dots here. I'm gonna focus on this again, but I'm gonna this time target. I'm gonna target it. I designate it as a target, and now if I go back to my T-pod, it's right here. So, well, I was close. I'm gonna take control again of the MCD. So I got some targets here, right? So let me actually designate one target. I'm gonna transfer it already to one of the stations. I'm gonna go to the next station, and using the expand mode, 1 second. We're out of bounds. Just turn a couple degrees so we can have a better picture. We don't blind our T-pod. Okay. And turn back the autopilot. There you go. Alright, yes, we definitely got something here. So that's going to be the second. Transfer. Next station. You know what, I'm just gonna keep on holding this. Alright, so we're gonna go to the next right here. We're gonna transfer the GPS coordinates of that designated target, switch to the next station, go to the next target, which is right here. Just in between, because there are 2 tanks. And we're gonna keep on doing the same thing pretty much for the whole line of whatever they are, tanks or something. Transfer. Move to the next station, and the last station is gonna be right here. There you go. Oof! What's going on with that climb? Alright. Okay, so now that we got everything designated, we can turn towards the direction of these targets. Let's add a little bit of speed here. Let me decrease our altitude just a little bit. Okay. Okay, here they are. So 30 seconds for the release. So TRL 20. There's our horizon line, and I should probably come from a different angle now that I think about it, because they're all kind of lined up. So I want to come from north heading south. All right. That 7-mile mark, we're gonna turn right here. G turn. All right. There it is. And we want to line up with that dill. 10 seconds for T-rail. And pickle times 6, right? And we could just egress. Here are the bombs. I can kind of look on the left MCD, as you can see what's going on there. 20 seconds for impact. Oops. We got on the blind spot. So BTR destroyed. Tank damaged. And AI infantry. We did damage a little bit. I think there's still some targets left. We're gonna have to RTB, return to the base, and rearm and refuel. Yep, still got about 3 targets right here. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm thinking of maybe taking the MK-84s and do a C-dip on this, alright? So let's head back to the base, set our waypoint at 9 Alpha. Oops. Is that because I'm using the radar? There you go, okay. 9 Alpha is our base, gonna climb. Gonna return to the base. Switch to our air-to-air mode. getting jammed. My radar is on. Okay, what's going on? See if we got anything from AWACS.
Overlord 1-1. Request picture. Overlord 1-1. Clean.
Alright. Picture is clean. TSD, and this is where we're looking to go. All right. Oh, the sun glare is just something. Can change helmet mounted device. Yeah. Alright, well. That circle on the HUD is our base. And we are landing at runway 34. We're gonna try to keep it square. We're gonna go 90 degrees. And we're gonna start descending. And I'll do an overhead landing. So I'm not 90 degrees. Is that good? We're going a bit left. Here's the airport at our almost 3 o'clock. One booging coming. He's hot, so we're not going to. He's not a threat. We're not going to pay attention. Okay. Just net this guy. So for the overhead, I want to be at about 1,500 to 1,800 feet, and as soon as we get to the mid-range of the runway, past this threshold, we want to be at about 350 knots to 320 knots, which that's what we're doing. And we're going to make a 4G, 3 to 4G turn. Okay, so now I want to keep up the speed, so I'm putting a little bit of thrust here, right? So make sure everything is clean. A bit low, but right, so thrust idle, and I make that bit low. 200 knots. Gear down. Flaps down, and I want to keep that 200 to 220 knots right here. And now the most important thing really is the. So that was pretty bad actually, because I was a bit low already on the inbound. But I want to keep the 20 to 22 AOA, so angle of attack, right here on the HUD. You can see it's at 15.8. Very, very low. So I'm just gonna try to keep the altitude here while we're making that turn. Angle attack, and I'm gonna overshoot the runway, of course. Yep. Because I was too far. I was too low, I mean, on the inbound. I can still fix this. And nobody's really doing these type of landings, truthfully.
Low altitude. Low altitude.
Okay. Oh, that was really bad. Holy cow. That was really bad. And a tail strike. Jesus Christ. I actually can't believe I just did that on the live stream. Yeah, you can tell that we just lost our gears right there. No, that was really bad. Holy cow. Gotta go and repair airplane. Oh, that was pretty. It's coming in low, and then pay attention because I was talking. So definitely not gonna do that next time. Okay, here's the most important thing. We landed safe. You know, that's any good landing is the one you can walk away from. So. Turn here. The wheel chocks first of all.
The wheel chocks.
Well, the jet looks safe, right? Just a very awkward landing, folks. So pay attention. Let's go to the ground crew and still request any repairs.
Copy.
And then we're gonna refuel and rearm. So we're gonna refuel just a little bit to that 85%. But this time we're not gonna be using the what do you call them? The GPUs, the JDAMs. So we're gonna use Mark 84s. Oh, the Mark 84s are the BLU 107s. know what? Let's go with the BLU 107. Okay, so I can pick a BLU here, right? Then what we're going to do is we're going to do just a standard Mark 84 GP bomb right here on the size to 2,000 pounds. There we go, and here the BLU 107s.
Request refueling.
While it's repairing and rearming, I'm going to grab something to drink, and I'll be right back with you. Okay. Back. Looks like the airplane fixed. Wait, bombs did we get? Does it look like... It's not what I was asking for. Hold on a second. Let's go back to the rearmament refuel. What do we have here? Oh, we got the BLU 107s. Well... It's not what we're gonna go with the Mark 84s. My apologies here. Go with an 82s, which are the 500 pounds. More than enough. Did I choose the snake eye or the air, right? There you go, okay. These are the ones. That's what we want. So the Mark 82s, the 500 pounds. Low drag. Low drag, just a general purpose bomb. It's unguided, so we're going to use the C-dip on this one. While it's rearming and refueling, let us start the engines again. Looks like we're into the sunset just by looking at the sun where it is positioned. Okay. Start engine number 2. There is a flanker, 60 miles out. He might be a good threat for us. An equal threat, I would say. Okay. Close the cockpit. And I just turn back all the screens. And just go quickly through the PAX menu. No, it's going to be easier if I do it on the right MCD so we can actually see here. Air to ground. Right. Gotta go to the air to ground.
Rearming complete.
Okay, ornament. Hold on. There it is. Okay, that's what I was looking for. Just wait for the INS to align, and then we're gonna do the rest of the stuff. Setting the waypoint, 20 miles out. INS aligned. Go back to nav. Alright, okay, so back to where we were. We were in the ornament packs. Yep, nothing is loaded. Okay, so let's go back to air to ground load. We've got what do we have? Forgot already. Right. Okay, we got MK84s on the sides. Let's look for the MK84s. There's an 84 right here, and then we got 82 on these stations. Now, let's do aircraft load. Let's go back to the packs. Let's choose the 84s. We're gonna do a C-dip. We are gonna use a step on the 84s with the nose for the fuse, and for the Mark 82s we're also gonna do a C-dip, and we're gonna, so we have a few options. We can either do one per station, ripple single, ripple multiple, or step. Okay, so that means that if we choose the step, we'd have to, you know, keep on pressing the pickle to drop every bomb, or we can just drop multiple bombs using the ripples multiple, which is what I want to do. So I want to go to the ripple multiple, and I want to choose my quantity, and I'm going to choose 2 per station at an interval of 200 feet. There you go. So make it 220 feet. All right. So we're going to choose that, and for the fuse, we're going to choose nose as well. All right. Our packs page is set up. We can go ahead and start taxiing. So let me just remove the wheel chocks.
Chief, remove the wheel chocks.
And
Copy.
everything else is
Wheel chocks are now removed.
pretty much set up for the program. So let us start taxiing. Taxi lights on. Let's remove the brakes. Everything else is standard. IFF. Use 200 on the law. That's it.
Request takeoff.
You know what? For the program here, by the way, let me just go to the program. And instead of the T-pod, I want the... We're going to include the T-pod, but also the TSD, and set the TSD so I can have the map opened here when I go to the air-to-ground mode. Oops. Yeah, TSD. There you go. Alright. For the runway, let's just turn on the radar. have to backtrack again. Let's choose our right side of the runway as the cold side again. Before the takeoff checklist, so the cockpit is locked, seat is armed, flaps are green, gear down is green.
Yaw rate.
Hold that takeoff
Yaw
trim
rate.
button. And we're pretty much good to go. Everything's on the green. Hydraulics are green. Everything looks good. There's that one flanker 60 miles out to the north that's waiting for us. Oh, it is becoming a bit darker, I think. Yep, sun is going down, so it might get dark in the next half hour. Let's see. Let's wait, shall we? I'm gonna use the night mode on the lights, the interior lights, the cockpit lights, because they were too dark for me. I mean, too bright for me. Okay. Let's backtrack. Okay. %. Stick halfway. Afterburners and take off. Gear up, flips up. We're gonna start turning. There's our okay, so we're gonna climb also to about Angel 20,000 feet. Radar is on. Turn off the anti-collision lights. I'm gonna switch to the air-to-ground mode, unfreeze. And see if we can get another picture. Gonna get off the afterburners here. It is getting dark. miles down. Do a 1.5 mile map. There you go. Oops, not designate. I want to use a map. I am on the blind spot. I'm moving a bit too fast. We're gonna have to turn here. When it's 20 miles out, it's just too fast. It's too close for us to even set up properly. Master arm on. Let's go to the fax page. We're gonna use the MK82s first. Got a flanker coming in hot. 60 miles out at 25,000. That's fine. Doesn't bother me, truthfully. Okay. Turning towards that waypoint, and I have it on my air-to-ground radar. I'm going to capture it. And I'm going to go down because I'm right above the clouds, so I need to see something, right? Can't see anything. I am in the blind spot. distance. I'm just curious what that oh shoot. It's got shot by an AA fire. Okay. Gonna climb an orbit around that target so I can just find some targets on the air-to-ground radar. And if I mean, it would be obviously much easier to use the T-pod, but I want to do it through the air-to-ground. So let's see. Climb just a bit higher here because that AA fire is just they hit us. I'm not sure where they hit us, so we're gonna have to do an external visual inspection once we land, if we land. Okay, let's see. So I do have something here. Let me freeze the map here. So, Jesus Christ. Let me mark this right here. Okay. Let me use the teapot. Second, I'm gonna go and turn it on. Teapot not ready. Yep, it's fine. Curious what's happening with my teapot, because the teapot is not ready on stove, so I'm just curious what's going on there really. But that's okay. So in the meantime, we're turning towards our mark. it right here. Okay, there we go. So we finally have our T-pod. Okay, so we're gonna designate this, and let's try to drop some of these bombs. I don't know how I damaged myself with that explosion, but okay. I did destroy an igloo. Let's return back and do the same thing. That was interesting. I don't know how that happened. Oh, but okay, I guess that's it's more than enough for today, honestly. It's been a long day. It's Monday. It's the beginning of the week. We're just gonna continue off tomorrow. Alrighty. But thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.